Just heading up to Quorn in the Flinders Ranges. Well, it's about 30k out of Port Augusta. Not that far, but this is the Pitchy Ritchie railway track where it comes through. That's how they used to get around in the old days, apart from the horse and cart. She's pretty bone dry out here at the moment. It's middle of January and no rain at all. Here's a river crossing, a bit of rain and this all floods. It's up to 2 meters. The old bridge. And some of the hills in the background. Beautiful old country land. Pretty ancient. Makes it so good. And the second bridge. Still standing after all these years, from all the rock carved out from around here. And there's a historical society that looks after it as well, otherwise the whole place would be gone. Here we are in Quorn. It's just the looks like Flinders Ranges Information Centre. I've got a few poles here to do. I'll get them out of the way and go for a ride on the bike. So you got the pub, chemist, grocer, cafe, motel, Argadelli's, town centre, and off to Hawker. But let's get the work done. And looked like a real yellowtail rock wallaby, but it's just a fake. Still looks good in its habitat. And yeah, there was probably another one right here and some prick stolen it. Yeah, you can see what's left of it here. Unreal. Oh, what people won't flog just to put in their own backyard instead of leaving it here for everyone. And this is one of the old Telstra poles. You can see there's 4 insulators up there. What they do is they transpose them so that you don't get any crosstalk. And this is one of the big old pits back from the PMG days. Hasn't been used for a while, so consequently it goes into disrepair. That's no copper wire here. This is actually just looks like old fencing wire. I'm sure there's no copper wire left because it all got stolen or taken. Back in the old days, I probably got on the end of the last bit of the old open wire stuff out at Woodville Exchange, and it was on the plans. They just wrote abandoned, so people could actually come along and take it, and they got taken to court for stealing, and the judge threw it out because it actually said abandoned on the plans. So Telstra had to change all their plans, every plan in Australia, and called it left in situ instead of abandoned. So yeah, one for the law books. So yeah, that's the old open wire stuff, and it goes all the way. This probably would have serviced Quorn, I would say. And looking at it, there would have been, oh, what is there, 1, 2, 3 there, but over on the next one there's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. So yeah, and it was probably a lot more than that, because people come along and they pinch those insulators. I think you can buy them in second-hand shops, or you know, the old souvenir shops for about $5 or $10 each. But yeah, and the poles, they've been in a while. It's just an old railway line pole, that's all it is, and it'll be there for probably another 100 years, because no one's going to rip that out the ground, and it will probably be like a heritage thing along here anyway. So there's a bit more useless, trivial information for you. Just pan around. There's the railway line on the other side of the road, and I've brought my bike up to go for a bike ride while I'm up here as well. It's great. They pay me to drive up here, and I can take my bike out for a run too. How good's that? And here's one where the wires would have crossed the road here. You've got that one up there. What do we got? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Would have been 16 on it. There would have been 2 more up there. So that's basically a voltage and earth. So it's really only 8 lines going to Quorn. And on the top ones there, that's got 4 insulators on each pole, which then transposes them. Like I say, there's less crosstalk then. You know, you don't get it nowadays, but back in the old days, you could actually hear someone else's conversation, phone conversation, in the background while you were talking to someone. And yeah, that alleviates it by crossing the wires over. Pole number 1 here in Quorn. Trees growing around it, not pushing on the wires too much, and look at this salt bush just all around it. What a load of crap. Well, at least I don't have to dig all around it, which is a bonus. On to the next one. Couple of beautiful old pubs in Quorn. Transcontinental, and I don't even know what the other one is. Could be the Austral over there. Yeah, wouldn't think they'd survive one pub right next to another like that, but they obviously do. And this would be, what is it, the Heritage Walk. Would have been a lot of diggers from the day. And the War Memorial. Quite a few from the town went in, looks like World War I, and 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 in World War II. It's absolutely brilliant that these wonderful towns from the heyday, because this is where the railway come to, the Pitchy Ritchie and the other main railway they come to, are kept as a heritage, because without it, without history, you've got nothing. Check these logos that have been painted onto the shop wall. How good is that? We got Bushell's tea, Amstel ice cream, Golden North honey, Milo, Activite. How good is that? What have we got up here? Established 1878. Look at that Vegemite with the big kookaburra. Because we love our Vegemite. The old Rosella chutney. Bloody beautiful. How good's that? And the old Arnott's biscuits. That's some pretty good artwork, that's for sure. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Might as well put a plug in for them. Emily's Bistro in Quorn, fully licensed. Beautiful.